Helping children in foster care is the goal of MaryAnne's Kids, which is a program of CHD. This time of year, MaryAnne's Kids make sure that kids in foster care have their wish list filled. Carolee McGrath sat down with Jessica Baez, a foster mom, and Lisa Brecher, the Director of Community Engagement at CHD, to learn more about MaryAnne's Kids and becoming a foster parent.
I've been married for 26 years. I have 3 children. The age of 25, 20, and 18. And a little bit where we have a home, he is 6. And I just decided to open my house because to help people in need and to support in a positive, change the world in a positive team that make this life be happy and try to help people to make the difference in their life.
He's been with you for 2 years,
Yes.
this child, okay. Tell me, what was it that made you want to become a foster mom?
I see a lot of, I work in the school system too, and I see a lot of kids struggling with family, and I feel like this is something that I born, is a passion that I have in my heart, and when I see, especially the little ones, it broke my heart, and it made me make a decision, and I sit with my family, and we all talk together, and make a decision and what thing can we do to help the little ones. And then I started looking for information. How can I change a little bit, little child or little person life? And I think I started getting information, and when I found this place, CHD, I've been asking questions about how can I help people, and then said this is a good way that you can come and become part of us, supporting a little child, being a foster mom, taking care every day, and he's become to be part of my life and part of my home house family.
And so she has had, this child for 2 years, which is really fantastic, for this little boy, for stability. And I know CHD places children with families. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
We do. We have quite a large foster care program based in the traditional foster care system that most people are familiar with. Children involved with DCF at the state level come to us, and we have home finders. And thanks to people like Jessica, we couldn't do it without them. It's really admirable to welcome a child into your home. A child who needs a home but has other needs. A lot of needs come with obviously being in that system. We also have intensive, for children with extensive medical needs. So we place children in homes all over the valley with people like Jessica, and she's one of our long-term foster care placements, which is also hard to come by. A lot of people are interested in helping out in that moment, which is very important. A lot of these placements happen to sometimes be emergency placements, but they're more short-term. So then it gives us time to try to figure out what to do as next steps, but there needs to be another plan. So to find someone that really opens their home and decides to welcome that child in as part of the family for the long term, those folks are hard to come by and really, really special.
And so you really need them, like you really need more foster families.
There is a huge need. We've seen an uptick in foster children, or children needing foster homes, I should say. And, some of it we can correlate back to the opiate crisis, of course. So addiction plays a large role in these kids being removed from homes. I also, we try to keep children involved with their biological parents when possible. So sometimes, they're placed in a foster home, but part of that family's responsibility is to care for that child, but still keep them connected to their roots and where they came from. That's really important too, and really hard, So it's one of the more admirable things someone could do, and we understand the commitment, the level of commitment though that it takes. So it is hard to find foster homes.
Let's talk a little bit about that, about keeping connected to the child's birth mom or birth dad. That has to be a little bit of a challenge, right? Because you've taken this child into your home. You're clothing him or her, feeding them, doing their, homework, or, helping them brush their teeth. So you're really taking this child in as your own. But you have to maintain that connection. That is such an incredibly difficult balance. How do you manage that?
Well, He usually go to visit his parents every other week, and when I try to prepare himself, like this is the mommy and daddy's day. You're gonna see mommy and daddy. And he knows he's a smart boy. He knows all the schedule and everything, but he seems so happy,
So you've made it just happy. Okay, you're going here, and then you're coming back
then you're
here, and
coming
all will
back
be
here,
well, and
and
we'll
then-
get back into our routine.
And then I also said, he always said, I have two houses, I have two mommy and two daddies, and that make me feel proud of him. And I always say positive thing, like make him feel happy, like, because when they come back, sometimes they come sad, because, they just want to stay with mommy and dad. But, I try to help him in another way, like making positive comments and make him feel like he's still part of the family.
Tell me a little bit about this time of year in particular, right? Because when he goes back and forth, or other children will be connecting with their parents, they probably want to be there with them on Christmas or whatever holiday that they're celebrating with them. How do you help them feel?
What we've been doing with my little boy at home, we draw out a lot of pictures, and we write. We are making a little book, like, this is your family. He draw pictures. I wrote letters to mommy or daddy, and sometimes saying I love you, I missed you, kind of stuff like that. He knows Christmas coming. Like we've been talking about that. We're getting him ready for the holidays, and he said. He seems so happy. I don't know, I just want to describe this boy. He's a really smart boy. He's a happy boy. I don't never see him so sad or,
Obviously, it's got to be the difference of her family, her special family that's taken him in and shown him that love and support. Let's talk a little bit about MaryAnnes Kids, which I know is busy all year round, but particularly this time of year, filling wish lists for children. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with that.
Yeah, this is a very busy time of year. So MaryAnnes Kids is a fund that raises money to provide recreational activities throughout the year to our foster care kids and foster families. But around this time of year, it's presents. We have 391 wishes right now just from our foster care programs and our independent living programs, which are children who had been in foster care in the system, if you will, and have aged out. They're 18 to 24. They get placed in independent living with caseworkers, and supports certainly don't end at that point. And those kids are certainly included in this as well, because it's easy to forget the older kids. So especially from a giving perspective, it's easy to kind of tug at people's heartstrings around babies and toddlers and little kids, because you think, well, that's what Christmas is about.
But that 16-year-old doesn't want to be forgotten either.
That's right. Or even that 18-year-old. We have kids who are just, their wish is a gift card to Big Y, or a gas card, or we had one on one of our trees that was cleaning supplies because he just got a new apartment. A bucket of cleaning supplies is what he asked for. So yeah, MaryAnnes Kids is busy. We have so much wonderful support from community organizations and businesses. Pride is a huge partner. You'll see in Pride stores the ornaments for sale for MaryAnnes Kids. We get $1 per ornament, and they make a huge contribution that funds this. YMCA of Northampton, Smith & Wesson, a lot of local businesses, salons. They'll put up giving trees, and the kids, those are the wishes I'm referring to. They make a wish, and you can just pick an ornament off and fulfill that for them. So yeah, and then MaryAnnes Kids also any gaps. So out of those wishes, what we can't fulfill with community donations, MaryAnnes Kids will cover.